Hey guys, welcome to the 5th episode of In Between the Races. This time between La Thuile, Italy to Andorra. There is a very nice, 13-hour drive ahead of me. I mean, I'm kind of halfway through now, but I refuse to pay the 150 euros of a toll, so I'm going the long way, guys. This is two Berlingo tanks, 150 euros. So I'm just not taking the highway, just raw dogging it all the way to Andorra. Anyways, today I want to talk to you about downhill La Thuile, which the results was pretty insane this week, and also a bit about the state of Enduro and what happened in La Thuile, because I think it's worth talking about, not from a result perspective, but from a vibe perspective. First things first, I rode Coquillard bike park, which is like an hour away from La Thuile, just before the race, and it was epic. The Enduro trails at the top are honestly insane, so cool. Some of the best trails on a bike park I've ever done from an Enduro perspective. And La Thuile is also very cool, so if you go to La Thuile and Coquillard, you can do both. It's like an hour away from each other. Make yourself a favor, head there, it's sick. Managed to get a bit of riding done with Andy Kolb and Nina Hoffman. They were just there at the same time, just getting some riding hours in, and I believe both of Andy and Nina really enjoyed it. Oh, French corner. You're German though. Oh. Fuck. It's pretty gnarly, eh? Anyways, so talking about downhill, there was something that struck me this week, is that the times are coming down. It was actually a very interesting race. Time are coming down, and Jackson comes down with probably visually the most impressive run of the whole weekend. He gaps into stuff inside line, he pulls some of the gaps that the other guys weren't pulling. He was landing into turns further than everyone else. Anyways, super impressive run, and it looked like the same run that won him the race last year, or a similar performance. And you could tell when he came down, he was like, okay, I've got this, I've won, or I will be winning this race. And story says it turns out I didn't. Jordan takes it, and he doesn't even finish second. He finishes third behind Asa. So I think one thing that struck me with that result is that visually Jackson still got it. He still rides as well and as fast as he did. Just the level has just gone one up again, because that's the run that won him last year, and this year just wasn't enough. He came out up, did all the gaps, was fastest, did all the cool lines, and then last year it probably would have won the race, and this year it just didn't. I think that is testament to how much training everyone has done in the off season, how the level keeps improving. Anyways, that's kind of like my take on that race from the male perspective. For the women, I mean, you got to give it to Lisa Borman. Tried hard, and like being in the same team as Valley must be pretty hard when you like keep getting beat by your teammate for literally nothing. But yeah, not much to say. Valley's still the queen. She's faster than the other girls and can, physically she's really strong, so she can hold on onto those kind of like race courses. Yeah, nothing to say. Valley's on the roll, and then she was a bit sick last week, didn't really do that well. But then she's back, and I don't think she's getting off that top step anytime soon. So that was kind of like my take on this downhill race, like this week's downhill race in La Thuile. Super interesting. The track compared to last year is not fresh anymore. Like, it's just so like moon dusty. It moves all the time. There's a lot of crashes because the track is just quite unpredictable. So the riders would take a line and then they'd do another run and the line would be gone because it changes so much. All it takes is someone blowing out a corner, someone trying out a new line, and then he just like wrecks the whole thing. So to me, super interesting track. If last year was slow and full of discovery, this year wasn't, but I guess it's still a cool track. It would be a very cool track. And if you've watched the average rider versus World Cup track, it was actually pretty reasonable to ride. Obviously not at race pace. I wasn't trying to win anything, but at race, like normal pace, it was actually pretty reasonable. I quite enjoyed riding it. So it's like one of the accessible World Cup track you can do during the bike park season. So if you're around, go check it out. It's actually, like, except the jumps, it's actually pretty reasonable to ride, I found. Anyways, I wanted to say something about the state of Enduro. What we saw this weekend in La Thuile, I'm not talking about results or anything like that. The last stage, the night stage, I had not seen that many people attending and this kind of mountain bike event with that kind of intensity in a while. It was awesome. Like, everyone was there, like riders, non-riders, people were drinking, there was some like fireworks, there was some noise, everyone was getting around every rider that come through, like an atmosphere like I haven't seen in any discipline in a long time in mountain biking. Like, it was awesome. I think, to me, to like save Enduro, if you want to call it that, I think they need to implement that at every race. Maybe, it don't have to be a night stage, but I think something very exciting for the public. It can be a night stage. It can be, I don't know, dual slalom, time dual slalom. It can be, I don't know, like finish in a city. Like some World Cups, like Lanzarote, for example, you could just finish in the city that's down below. Like, they need to shake Enduro up so it's more of a public show than it is like, because I agree, like broadcasting Enduro is really hard, but I think this kind of stuff, like that night stage, how much footage did you see from that night stage on your Instagram and stuff? Like, heaps. There was so many people filming, putting up stuff, and that brings exposure to the sport and exposure to the riders and to the brands. And to me, by trying to reinvent Enduro a little bit and make it more of a show than a race, at least part of it, then you would revive that, and at least the in-person experience would be awesome. And yeah, honestly, it was so good to be there. I had the best time, and everyone else that was thought the same. So, I mean, I think other venues for Enduro and the organization should take some lessons from that to improve on Enduro and how it feels and how valuable it is to brands, and try to bring a bit more money in there, because I don't know, the show was sick, the rock garden was sick, everyone enjoyed it. It is what it is. Anyways, that was kind of like my my blurb on Enduro. As far as, sorry, I got to get the focus right again. As far as the rest of the season go, I mean, Armory is first in the overall right now, which is without having won a single race yet. I'm sure he's hungry. We're getting to Andorra, which, if you don't know, Armory, Loris, Loic, I mean, they're the three that I know live in Andorra. So I would put my money on one of the three, because they would have, like, trained on the hell out on that track. They would know the track, they know how it rolls. So I would say Armory, considering his current situation in the championship, will probably give it a red hot go. That would be my that would be my my thing on this World Cup. And for another point that I wanted to raise is, like, I think the Q1, Q2 / no protected rider is awesome from a show perspective. I'm thinking about Anna Newkirk that basically won the last one and then didn't qualify this time because she she crashed, she had bad luck. And to me, that shakes things up so much. It's so interesting from a racing point of view that I think it's awesome. Like, there's a lot of things to be talked about, but I actually do think that the non-protected rider Q1, Q2 is great for entertainment, at least. Anyway, guys, I'm going to keep on driving. I'm going to try to edit this like right now and have it up for you tonight. And I will see you in Andorra for the Andorra content. I'm going to try something slightly different as well. I'm going to do a training and quality video all in one because I think it might be more interesting and it works better. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you for the content in Andorra very soon. All right, see ya.